Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Star Trek Online. So we are going to be doing more story stuff, and that's the map. Why am I doing that? Episodes. So last time we completed the takedown episode and stopped the Vaudwar. We have 2 more episodes left of the Delta Quadrant from the Delta Rising expansion. And then we can get into the Iconian... Well, no, actually. No, we are not going to go into the Iconian War immediately after this. Because we have a few things here. Spectres. I want to do that next. And then after that, probably the Lost Dominion if it doesn't crash the game. And then after that, we have the Cold War. Let me collect this real quick. Alright. So, what's left behind?
Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are leading the analysis of the artifact you found on Vaudwar Prime. I knew you'd want to be there for the great reveal, so I've arranged for you and your crew to be part of the team. Rendezvous with Voyager to get started.
Your voice has gotten a bit deeper, Admiral.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Hey, that's better. Didn't I turn that off? Might be that. Lockbox announcements. That's what I'm looking for. It's server announcements that I want to keep. What's left behind? Sir, we've arrived in the Nal Shadan system. Voyager sends Admiral Tuvok's regards and says they are ready for you as soon as we've moved into transport range. Understood. Let's meet with Voyager. Transport complete. Sir, Admiral Tuvok has arranged to greet you in the transporter room. Yes, I can see him. He wishes to speak to you about the device we recovered from Gaul. Oh, you mean the Iconian tech that I've seen on Iconia? Well, understood. I'll talk to Tuvok.
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gaul's communication center. Since you have spearheaded much of our efforts here, I would like you to take the lead once again. Captain Kim and 7 of 9 are at your disposal. Talk with them if you need more help deciphering the device. When you finish your analysis, return to me for further orders. I will be here in the transporter room to see you off.
Understood, Admiral. I'll take a look at the device and engineering. Oh wait, no, that's not engineering. Engineering. Hello there, Kim.
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we could run all the scans and tests we could think of. The first thing we need to do is determine how it's communicating. We can't find any normal transmissions from it, but we're hoping you have some new ideas to bring to the table.
Agreed. Well, it's clearly Iconian in nature. I've seen this exact same thing on Iconia. Yep, definitely Iconian. Okay, so scan for subspace fields. Actually, I'm curious. I'm kind of curious what they all say. So, the mirror universe has been a constant source of trouble, so it's not too far of a stretch to think that Gull might be working with somebody from an alternate dimension. Which is clearly wrong, Chronton. So, having some experience with time travel, you hypothesize that this device might be communicating with the future or the past. The Vaadwaur are self-proclaimed masters of underspace, form of subspace in the Delta Quadrant. So you hypothesize that the device may be used to communicate directly to subspace. Yes.
The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access the device's memory core. The engineering team here on Voyager is good, and I've heard your team is top-notch. But it might take more time than we have for either team to make a full analysis. We should have both teams give you their opinions on the device. If we work together, hopefully we can make a breakthrough. You'll need to set switches on the device until we get solid
Oh god,
readings.
this part.
We'll be able to tell if switches are in the correct position, but not which switches. Good luck.
Oh no. Well, time to do some random shit. So, whoop and whoop.
The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode. The engineers tell me there is only 1 switch in the correct orientation.
Ah.
Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have access to the primary memory core of the device. Unfortunately, we're only halfway there. Now we need to access the secondary memory core to get full access to the data we need.
I'll access the secondary memory core. Oh, whoops. Oh, god damn it.
Looks like you did it again. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have full access to the memory core of the device. 7 of 9 should be of assistance in accessing the memory banks of that device. She's in astrometrics, attempting to get a fix on the location of who, or what, is receiving these transmissions.
Excellent, I'll go see her. Ah! Let me beam this over, though.
We have access to the databanks of the device. Very efficient work. From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact transmission coordinates. However, it is possible that doing so may alert whomever is on the other end that we have reverse-engineered their technology. There are 3 likely ways to get at the information. I suggest further analysis to determine the best course of action.
When in doubt, brute force it. Let me try that again. Usually brute force works. Okay, so analyze ramifications. Taking the time to probe the defenses of the device, you determine that if you attempt brute force intrusion... Ah, okay. So they change it. Okay, I thought it might just always be brute force. But no, at least they do change it. I mean, all the times I've ever done it, it was brute force. Yeah, so multi-vector. It has done the trick. Alright. Also, nice to know that you can reset it. Oh, hey, Doc.
Fascinating. Excellent work. With this location, we may be able to finally reveal who gave the Vodwar their advanced technology, and why the neuroparasites appeared again in this time and place. Commander Jarok of the Romulan Republic has requested to join you on this operation. Her own analysis of the device has shown that the Romulans have had some contact with the creators of this device, a race known as the Ilachi. She will meet you in subspace at the given coordinates.
I have encountered this race as well.
Finally, Voyager's emergency medical hologram, the Doctor, will be assigned to your crew. His knowledge of the Delta Quadrant races may prove invaluable. He's not much of a combatant, but should prove useful.
Understood, Admiral. Hello, Doctor.
Hello again.
Is that a replicator over there? Cool. So we've successfully transitioned to subspace. The RRW Lisette should be arriving any moment. Looks like Gull's communications were going to an Alachi outpost station. It's still active, sir. I'm picking up several Alachi ships in the area. Go to Yellow Alert and keep an eye on those Alachi ships.
Greetings. This is Commander Jarok of the RRW Lisette. When we learned that the Alachi were involved, I requested to shadow you on this mission. I know your experience with the Alachi is limited. The Romulan Republic, however, has an extensive history with this race.
So just who exactly are the Alachi?
The Tal Shiar used Alachi to help invade Virinat, a colony made up of Romulan refugees seeking to make a new life for themselves. The two factions worked together to convince Romulan colonies to join the Tal Shiar. It was in spite of this that the Romulan Republic was forged. We fought off the Tal Shiar and eventually made a stand against the Alachi at New Romulus. Many Romulans gave their lives in defense of our new homeworld. But that final defense seemed to quiet Alachi attacks for quite some time, barring the occasional incursion from subspace.
Understood.
All right, we'll follow your lead here. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station. Another Alachi ship is here to defend the outpost.
Good. That hurt.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Also. Ooh, 4. Alright. Oh god, you're really close to me.
Good. You found a breathing apparatus. That should take care of that nasty cough.
We've arrived on the outpost station, sir, and the doctor has offered to accompany the away team to offer his extensive knowledge of the Delta Quadrant. In addition, Commander Jarok is taking an away team from the Lisette to another part of the facility. She wants to speak with you before we begin. Commander?
I was thinking we should split up and cover as much of the facility as we can, unless you have a better idea.
Doctor, what's your take on this situation?
This is obviously an Alachi facility. What I know about them comes from the Romulan Republic's databases, but I should be able to learn more as we examine this location. The air here is suitable for the Alachi, which means that you may find breathing difficult. I, of course, do not have that problem. If you have an environmental suit, or even some sort of rebreather, you will be fine. If you don't, keep an eye out for something that could help filter out the toxins.
Already done. You guys, however, have a serious problem on your hands. I can already see that happening. Oh, wait, maybe they were just sneaking.
These are Solanae tables. I read the entity keys books about them.
Hey, phasers are working again, sounds like. Oh god, I hate this floor.
These are definitely Solanae tables, which, if I'm correct, and I always am, is the same race you dealt with after using the Iconian Gateway on New Romulus. The Solanae kidnap victims through subspace for their brutal experiments. If they are somehow connected to the Alachi and the Vaadwaur, this is beginning to make more sense. If I had to guess, there must be a stasis room nearby. We should find it and rescue anyone in there who can still be saved.
For me, the audio is just a little bit loud. Okay. I don't know the... Ugh. Ugh. Oh. More Alachi. Now, I would say that this is the last time we fight these guys, but attention. Starbase 1 will be momentarily unavailable in 10 minutes. What? Oh, but that's a good map.
It looks as if they are converting their captives into more Alachi. If my readings are correct, there are several individuals here who have only just begun the conversion process. We can save them if we beam them back to your ship.
Chad, I have a very angry tardigrade. Let's clear the room of hostiles, shall we? Hazari here.
Ah, a Hazari. Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need. We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
Stalaxian.
Transport the Stalaxian directly to sickbay.
Ugh. A Benton here?
You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up.
Yeah, Benton. It's a Benton. Oh my god. Oh look, a Kazon.
A Kazon? Even the Borg won't assimilate the Kazon.
And we have a Teray here.
Everything will be fine, Mr. Teray. We'll beam you directly to sickbay. This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll patch him up immediately. Well, the Solanae are definitely involved. I believe I have everything I need from this area. We need to keep moving if we hope to meet up with Commander Jirok. The door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
I really do not like this floor. Oh god! They dropped from the ceiling! Where are we going to now?
This is odd. You sound like you're in a Solanae lab, but we're in some place that looks like a prison. In fact, I'd say that's exactly what it is. And they've just had a breakout. Whoever it was, they used our arrival as the distraction they needed to make their move. I'll keep looking for more information, but I hope the escapees are friendly.
Be careful, Commander.
A prison break? Maybe I should go back to the ship. This must be where the Vodwar were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs.
What am I touching? I guess I'm touching this.
Neural parasites. Just as I suspected. Did you know that several Starfleet officers were infected by these in the mid-2360s? The Enterprise logs from that era are fascinating reading if you ever have a few dozen hours to spare.
You mean like the majority of Starfleet admirals? Yeah, I remember. I remember that. I'll take a look at them later. Doctor, please continue.
If Gaul and the infected Vodwar were communicating with this station, it stands to reason that this may be the facility where the bluegill implantation takes place. We should definitely investigate further. If we can find the implantation room, then I should be able to analyze their equipment and gather more information. I don't believe it. The empirical evidence is right in front of me, but I'm actually having difficulty processing this information.
What is it?
This tech, this whole facility, it's Iconian. There are variations on the norm, of course, because of the Solanae and Delachi influence, but I see distinct signs of their presence throughout the facility.
Iconians? Here too?
The Iconians, as we know them, rarely reveal themselves. The only known interaction with an Iconian in modern history took place on Kronos, when... Wait, you were there! I don't need to explain that situation again. As I was saying, the Iconians don't like to act directly. They use servitor races, like the Alachi and the Solanae, to cause chaos in their name. And the neural parasites, they've bioengineered. Rather like the founders created the Jem'Hadar, but sophisticated enough to control another species, and with much less free will. The parasites are a weapon.
What about the Vodwar? They were active before the Iconians revealed themselves.
When Voyager revived the Vodwar, their technology was outdated compared to what other powers in the Delta Quadrant had at that time. Even the Kazon outlived them. But now, Vodwar technology is cutting edge. The only way they could have advanced so far, so fast, was by allying themselves with someone else. With the Iconians. The Vodwar got their tech upgrades from them, but they also got the neural parasites. The parasites gave the Vodwar power, but they gave the Iconians control. They were ultimately the ones pulling the strings. This entire war has been against an enemy we didn't even see.
That's the information we needed to find. Let's meet up with Commander Jarrok, and then get off the station. Am I going over here? Are you sure that thing's not supposed to still be there? Boy, it's weird seeing those old Starfleet Online uniforms. I like how sometimes they just explode when they die. Like, pop! What do these look like Jetsuki cocoons almost? Where am I going? Oh, over here.
These parasites aren't a natural species at all. They look engineered.
You alright there, Tomov?
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced. This is more like a factory than a laboratory.
Sir, I've taken some quick readings of these Alachi. They're showing some of the same energy signatures as a parasite-enhanced Vaudouar, but they're fluctuating. The Alachi will be phasing in and out of invulnerability. We can beat them. We just have to pick the right moment. And like one that isn't like blowing up. What if I just do this? Alright, bring him over here.
I think we're catching up with the escapees, and they might be from the Alpha Quadrant. We found a dead Romulan in prisoner garb. He was part of the breakout, but I don't know if he was part of the Republic or loyal to the Tal Shiar. Keep an eye out. The prisoners are headed in your direction.
Understood. We'll be ready for them.
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
Wait, why is my suit off? Uh-oh. Okay.
Humans! Always showing up when you're least expected. More Alachi. I don't think the Iconians want me to leave. Their tenacity is almost admirable.
Looks like you could use a hand.
And now we have their leader's attention.
Ow. Ow. So here's a thought. No, I can't. I was hoping maybe I could just go through this door and visit the areas they visited. But I guess not.
Seela! I should kill you where you stand. It would be justice for all the lives you've destroyed.
Ooh, calm down, Jirok.
And if you do, you'll never learn about the Iconians. I've been here for months. I've seen enough to know you need my help.
That could be very valuable information, Commander.
Fine, you interrogate her. I might get a little carried away. But she returns with me to the Lisette when you're finished here. Sela is a prisoner of the Romulan Republic. Your government can go through official channels if they want to talk to her.
Agreed. You can take custody of her once we're done.
You and this Sela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you to speak to her.
Very well, Doctor.
Not so fast. You have the weapons, but I have the information. If you want to learn what I know, you'll need to keep those Romulan rebels under control. You've stumbled into something much greater than you're prepared to handle. I'm the best ally you have.
Talk, then I'll decide what happens to you.
I assume you already know where you are. Both the Alachi and the Solanae serve the Iconians. The Alachi are their warriors, and the Solanae are their scientists. They're the ones who created those creatures implanted into the Vaadwaur.
The neural parasites? Why did the Iconians use them here, but not on the Tal Shiar?
Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. He thought the Iconians would create an empire he could rule. That did not go as planned. This time the Iconians wanted to control their puppets. When the Vaadwaur asked for strength to defeat their enemies, the Iconians gave them the parasites. The Vaadwaur had strength, but also strings. Strings that have now been cut. I'm sure you had something to do with that.
Yes, alongside an alliance of the Romulan Republic and the Klingon Empire.
All three of you working together? The world has changed in my absence. Or were the Vaadwaur that much of a threat to the Alpha Quadrant?
I mean, we did work together against the Dominion, so... Well, actually, we're in the Delta Quadrant now.
That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world at large, but I have a feeling you have some questions first.
I do.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
What is your relationship with the Iconians? Were you their prisoner or their ally? Well, looking at your clothes.
How important is that, really? I worked with the Iconians because, at the time, I thought it was the best thing for my people. After we lost the homeworld, we were scattered, starving. A shadow of what we once were. What were we supposed to do, beg the Federation or the Klingons for scraps? Pathetic. The so-called Romulan Republic has made their way, but they did it at the cost of Romulan dignity.
Is dignity more important than survival?
We are not refugees. We are Romulan. We needed a strong leader to bind us together again, and I knew I could be that leader. The Iconians were a means to an end. They gave us strength at a time when we were at our weakest. Had I known what Hakiv, what he and the Iconians did to our world, perhaps I would not have made the same decision.
The Republic is thriving. You are in prison. Who made the better choice?
Dwelling on the past is meaningless. I am here, and so are you. Today, our goals are aligned. We both want to stop the Iconian advance. You need me.
Fine. I have another thing I want to talk to you about.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
Do the Iconians have a weakness? Something we can exploit to help us defeat them?
Hubris. The Iconians think they are the rulers of the galaxy. They thought so 200,000 years ago, when they were driven off their homeworld by the fire of 1,000 races allied against them. They think so now, when they look at us and see us as children stumbling in the dark. They do not see our strength, our willingness to fight. Use their hubris against them, and the Iconians will fall.
Noted.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
What is the Iconian master plan?
I honestly don't know. Why would they share their plans with a prisoner? That may make me less valuable in your eyes, but don't be fooled. I know more about the Iconians' operations than they realize.
Perhaps there's a different question. You'll feel more comfortable more comfortable in answering.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
So where is the rest of your crew?
Ah, the crew. The Alachi took them one by one and turned them into those things. Revolting. If I had known that was what they were doing with the captives from the colonies, I would have...
Now who's dwelling on the past?
Yes, you were asking about the crew. A handful of us were still alive when the station went on alert. We took a chance and made our escape. They died, nobly, as Romulans protecting their Empress. I will remember their sacrifice. I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you
No more
want.
questions.
Will I
Time to
be
go.
taken into your custody? Or will I be left to Tiaru's tender mercies?
We have agreed that, in the spirit of cooperation, Commander Jirok will take custody. She's under strict orders to deliver you directly to Alliance Command. You will not be harmed.
Very well. It's not like I have a choice in the matter, do I?
Lisette, one to beam up. We're finished here, Captain. Sela is safely in the brig of the Lisette, although I think there will be a lot of negotiations between the Republic and the Federation before we know what will happen to her. Until then, we should report our findings to Admiral Tuvok and Alliance Command.
We have Empress Sela in our brig. When she was taken by the Iconians last year, many of my people thought she would get away with her heinous crimes against the galaxy. With her in my brig, I am happy to know that is no longer a possibility. Of course, I understand that the Romulan Republic's claim on her is not unique. Her crimes are against all of the Alpha Quadrant. To that end, I will ensure that she be made available to all the Alliance leaders for interrogation and debriefing.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I'd call a walk in the park. At least we know exactly how the Iconians were controlling the Vaadwaur. And you've certainly put a crimp in their plans. On the upside, as a photonic life form, I'm immune to any attempts at subversion by neural parasites. I'll see to the care of the captives we rescued. In the meantime, it sounds like you and the Romulan Republic Command have a lot to talk about. Sela certainly has a story to tell. But should we believe all of it? I'll put a bug in Admiral Janeway's ear about the situation. That was a joke, by the way. You're going to be busy. Don't overdo... Oh, who am I kidding? Command officers never take their doctor's advice. Just remember that you're not in this alone. Good luck. I suspect things are starting to get interesting.
Sir, the fleet has sent intelligence ships to comb the outpost for more information on the Iconian involvement. Alright.
I'll say one thing for Sela. When she puts a scheme together, she doesn't think small. For now, her fate lies in the hands of the diplomatic corps. Starfleet will be in touch once they've learned more. There's something interesting.
Alright.
We We have a situation on Kabali Prime. You and I were both asked by name to help. All that I've been told is that the Vaadwaur have launched a large offensive and have retaken the area in front of their temple, the place where they keep unconscious Vaadwaur stored. They need our help to retake the area, though I have a feeling something else is going on. Can you help with the situation?
Certainly. There's some Polaron weapons. Accept. Yeah, transwarp. Whoop. Dust to dust. How does dust become dust? It's already dust.
The breach is widening. I've got to close this now. Almost there. I just need a minute to...
Harry! Harry! Grab my hand!
Can't reach. I'm slipping. Ah!
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
The Vaadwaur are making a new push into the system, and we could use your help. The Rhode Island is assisting the new Kabali flagship Samsar, but you know the Vaadwaur. They're relentless.
I'm on my... Oh, why are the Cabal... Why are the Vaadwaur still attacking the... Why are the Vaadwaur still attacking the Kabali?
Ask them if you can get one of them to have a reasonable discussion. Eldex has been less than cooperative since Gaul's death. We know he's leading the remaining Vaadwaur forces, and there's no signs that the neural parasites are still influencing them, which is the only good news. The Vaadwaur won't stop their assaults until the Kabali surrender the remaining stasis pods, but the Kabali government refuses to do so unless the Vaadwaur agree to peace talks. We're at an impasse.
Understood, I'm on my way, Captain. I actually have this ship right here. That was like the first anniversary ship I got.
One more group inbound. Brace yourselves.
Where are they? Oh, all the way over there.
Thank you for arriving so quickly. I'm still not sure what happened. All I know is that we lost contact with the temple, and several hours later a large Vodwar fleet attacked. However, I'm still not sure if the Vodwar have entered the temple. If they have, they may already be reactivating their soldiers in stasis. We're safe here, for now, but the battle on the ground continues. No one can enter the temple, and the Vodwar are seizing control of the surrounding area.
We need to take it back. Captain Kim, Hanshin Jetanian. The three of us are going in with an away team.
Sounds like a plan. I've located a safe area in the trenches for transport. My team and I will go down first and secure the area. See you there.
Will Voyager be coming to help us?
Voyager is currently on a high-priority operation in Vodwar-controlled space. Any comm chatter could give away their position. Whatever they're doing, Tuvok says it's important, but that's all I know.
Understood. Hanshin Jetanian, can your team aid us on the ground?
My officers and I will join you. The Samsar will return to the dock with a small repair team, but I'm sending the majority of my crew to the city. We cannot allow the Vodwar to take control of it as well. Our flagship will be of no use to us if the planet is lost.
The Lord Charles and the USS Rhode Island will secure the system against any additional Vodwar ships. Time to fight.
The Kabali forces are spread thin, and the Vodwar are making a push toward the temple. If I may, I have a suggestion for our plan of attack.
Tell me your plan, Captain.
Hanshin Jetanian and his team will attack the outer area of the trenches, making their way to the temple. My away team will move to the opposite end of the trenches and support the remaining Kabali soldiers there. While they're holding the flanks, your team and I will push through the center and strike the Vodwar in the temple courtyard. Your thoughts?
Agreed. Hanshin, do you have any objections?
None. My team is eager to prove themselves. You and your allies have set quite an example for us to live up to. We'll support the forces at the other end of the trenches and then make our way to the temple. Hopefully, we'll be able to meet up with you before the final assault.
Very good. Let's move out.
The Romulans lost the point ahead. Help me push forward and retake it. We should repair these turrets. More Vodwar will be coming.
Flamethrower turrets.
Here they come. Take out that drop pod. Clear here. Let's keep moving.
I guess I can't go that way.
Let's take them down!
Take out that Vodwar drop pod, and then keep moving. We're almost there.
Our scouts report that the temple is heavily defended. We still have some Vodwar attacking our flanks, but my soldiers insist they can keep them occupied long enough for us to retake the temple. Are you ready for the final push?
Sounds like there are other areas in the it sounds like there are other areas in the trenches that could use help.
There are other areas of the trenches in need of aid. My team and I could go help them while Captain Kim and his team stay with you. Or, if you think you can assault the temple alone, Captain Kim will rendezvous with his officers as well. However, I highly recommend you bring all of us in for your attack on the temple.
I'm tempted to try this, but no. Everyone should assault the temple.
Are you sure you want all of us to attack the temple?
I'm certain. Let's go.
The temple is secure, and the doors are still locked, which means the Vodwar didn't break in either. Let's see. Okay. I've seen this sort of algorithm before. I'll have the door open in no time. After that, we can figure out what happened to the temple's security system. It shouldn't have done this.
Good. Jetenian, do you need support out here?
I don't deny that we'll need support. My team is one of the few still intact. Captain Kim's away team should meet up with us soon, but we don't know what kind of numbers we'll be up against. However, the temple itself should be free of Vodwar. If I may suggest, perhaps only you and Captain Kim should enter, and your officers can stay here and help us hold the area.
This isn't the first time I've been asked to leave my away team behind. We'll be fine. Don't worry, Captain. We'll hold the area while you're inside.
At least all the Vodwar here are in stasis pods. Let's take a look around. I want to know why the Kabali lost control of their security systems.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
That's not right. According to these readings, the occupant of this pod was me? But the name on it is Ket? Must be a computer glitch. Could be a symptom of a bigger problem, but whoever was in this pod is gone now. Looks like it was open before the problem started. Hold on. I'll access the temple security footage. Maybe that can show us something.
Let's see what's in the security footage.
That's me, but from over 30 years ago. What in the world?
Stay back! Are you with the Vidians? What do you want from me?
Ketan, you have to calm down. My name is Jetlaya. I'm here to help you.
That's not my name! Where am I? Where is Voyager? I need to contact my ship.
Wait! Come back!
Jetlaya. And me? Hold on. There's more security footage. This is the last thing that was recorded.
Voyager, this is Ensign Harry Kim. If you get this message, I'm in an unknown alien prison. I've escaped my captors and I'm looking for a way out. I'll send another message with my coordinates as soon as I can. Come find me.
That was me. From over 30 years ago, in my old Voyager uniform. And they're turning him, into a Kabali. They knew. This whole time I've been here, they knew. And Lindsay, Jetlaya, she knew. I know I've had a difficult time accepting the Kabali, but they keep too many secrets. They should have told me. Told us about this.
Wait a second, you? How?
A lot of strange things happened on Voyager's trip through the Delta Quadrant. During our second year here, the ship and everyone on it were duplicated. It was a freak accident, an encounter with a subspace divergence field we still can't completely explain. But two Voyagers, sharing the same point in space-time, it was a recipe for disaster. We tried to cooperate, to find some way to save both ships, but
you couldn't.
I'm from the duplicate ship. Captain Janeway sacrificed it so one Voyager could survive. The other Harry was killed in a hull breach before that happened. Captain Janeway sent me and Ensign Wildman's baby to his Voyager before she self-destructed our ship. It made sense at the time. I'm Harry Kim. I have all my memories, my knowledge, same as him. We were exactly alike in every way. Except one of us got to keep living, and the other one didn't.
Now that's changed.
It's changed, all right. Best I can guess is that a Kabali ship must have found his body floating in space. It's a 1,000,000 to 1 shot, but Lindsay might have remembered our coordinates when we were duplicated and known where to start looking. They must have spent decades reconstructing him and putting him through their rebirth process. I don't know whether to be impressed or horrified. I think I'll go with both.
I'm not going to bother asking this, because yes, he is the real Harry Kim. He is literally a duplicate. He's not like from the mirror universe. He's literally just I want to say copy paste, but I'm not sure if that's the accurate word I'm looking for. Anyways, who's Jetlaya?
Jetlaya is my friend. I knew her as Lindsay Ballard. She was an engineer on Voyager. We went to the academy together. She taught me how to ice skate. We studied together and shared peanut butter sandwiches. And I was more than a little in love with her. Lindsay died on an away mission. The Kabali found her body, revived her, gave her a second life, but she still remembered Voyager. She tried to come back, but
it didn't work out, did it?
Rebirth does more than rewrite your genetics. It changes who you are. Lindsay was different. She was Kabali. Eventually, she was convinced she should embrace that part of her. She left Voyager with her new family, and I never saw her again. When I was posted to Kabali Prime, I wanted to talk to her, just to see how she was. She didn't respond to my messages. Now I know why.
I see. Will you be able to continue with the mission?
I'll be okay. A little shaken up, but Captain Janeway once told me, we're Starfleet officers. Weird is what we do. And this certainly applies.
So what's your opinion of the situation?
From what we saw on the security footage, it looks like the other me has taken control of the entire base. That's not too surprising. Not only does he have all the knowledge of a Starfleet officer, the rebirth process transformed his brain. The Kabali's 6-lobed brains give them natural abilities in mathematics, physics, wave phenomena, everything he'd need to know to do this. He's still wearing his comm badge, though. I can tap into it. You should try talking to him first. Try to calm him down and convince him to surrender.
Don't you want to talk to him?
Not yet. He's already scared and confused. Seeing me before he gets his bearings, it will just make things worse.
Agreed. I'll talk to him.
Starfleet! Wait, I don't recognize you. You're not from Voyager. And your uniform? This is a trick. I don't know who you really are, but stay away from me. I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to get back to my ship. You can tell whoever you're working for that Captain Janeway's coming back for me. She won't leave anyone behind.
Harry, we're here to help. This isn't a trick.
He's severed the comm link, but I've got a lock on his coordinates. He's deep in the base, down in the old Vaudouar tunnels that even the Kabali don't enter very often. And he's locked down all the main corridors that lead to his location. There's a way, though. There's emergency climbing equipment here. The Kabali put it in a few months ago in case they lost power during the Vaudouar attacks. We could use it to cross the chasm and get closer to where he is.
What will you be doing?
I'll be right behind you. But it's time to see if I can talk some sense into the other me. He wants to contact Voyager, but if he does, he'll reveal their position. Unless we stop him, Harry either ruins Voyager's mission and possibly gets them killed or captured, or he finds a ship, sets a course for their coordinates, and gets blasted by the Vaudouar.
Why can't we just use the transporter?
Good idea. Kim to Rhode Island. We need an emergency transport to... Kim to Rhode Island. Can you hear me? Kim to Jitanian. Kim to...
I can't get through to my ship either.
He's locked out external comms. Probably wants to stop anyone left in here from calling for help. I'm afraid the zip lines are the only option, unless you can fly.
Understood. I'll see you on the other side of the chasm. It's a good thing I kept this zip line with me.
I know you're confused, but you have to trust us.
What is this? Another me? You expect me to trust a shapeshifter?
How long is this zip line? That's why I like how that's like flashing police colors. Where.
Stay back! I'm warning you!
The circuits are completely fried. Let's find another door. He's trying to override it again. Give me a second. Let's keep going.
That looks safe.
Huh. It looks like he's modified the empty stasis pods to send out bursts of electricity. Tricky. I might be able to slow it down from here, but we can't stop what he's done without access to the main console, which is on the other side of the room. I'll stay here and do what I can to delay the bursts, but you'll have to get past them to shut them down.
Alright, stay here. I'll get to the
Now,
console.
let's see. Got it. You'll need to move through when they're in their disabled state.
Who are you? Why do you keep trying to stop me getting back to my ship?
I'm you. Harry, this isn't going to be easy to explain.
Liar! You can't be me!
I'm your quantum duplicate. Remember the power failures? The proton bursts? There were 2 Voyagers.
2 Voyagers? Yeah, right. How would that happen?
It was the spatial scissor. Think, Harry. You know it's theoretically possible.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why I'm here, or why you don't want me to get back to Voyager.
He's gonna sit here for a moment.
It's been 32 years, Harry. You died.
I don't feel dead.
You have a whole conversation to go through.
The Kabali brought you back. But to do so, they had to change your DNA. Make you Kabali.
Liar! You can't just change someone like that. It's not possible.
I didn't think it was possible either. But it is.
So I died and got better, and you... what? Took over my life?
In a manner of speaking, but it was my life too.
Liar! You're working with the Vidians.
What became of the Vidians?
There aren't any Vidians here. You have to let us help you. You steal my life and now you want to help me? Why should I believe that? Because it's the truth. Ha! Haven't caught up to me yet, and I will get back to Voyager. You can't contact Voyager. It's not safe for them or for you. You keep saying that, but you won't tell me why. Just let us get to you. We need to talk. Haven't reached me yet? Having trouble with those defense systems?
Nope. I'm still here. Nope. Hello there.
Good work. We should keep moving.
Harry!
Jetlaya, are you okay? How did... General Cunell said there wouldn't be any more secrets.
I'm okay. Harry, I didn't know they'd send you.
How long did you know?
Harry, I don't think this is the time.
How long did you know?
I didn't know when I was on Voyager, if that's what you're asking. We need to stop Ketan. He locked the rest of my team away. They're safe, but trapped. We're the only ones who can help him.
For some reason, the red on my uniform has turned pink. I'm okay with that, though.
It's good to finally meet you. My people are in your debt. We need to move fast. Ketan's not in his right mind. The rebirth process can be difficult under the best conditions, and I don't know. Maybe humans resist the process more than other species. It took me a long time to accept what I was.
And he's having the same problem.
Yes. He doesn't know what happened. I tried to tell him, but he still thinks it's 32 years ago, Voyager is lost in the Delta Quadrant, and we're in league with the Vidians. He's desperate to get home. When Ketan started tampering with the security devices, he tripped an alert that was sent to the Vodwar. They think their soldiers are waking up, which is why they're so desperate to get inside. He's putting us all at risk. We need to help him.
We'll do all we can.
Action item 238. To resurrect your best friend and give him a second chance for a long life. It's not working out so well, is it?
He's trying to contact Voyager. Is that possible from here?
I'm not familiar with everything in this area. We rarely go down this deep. There are still Vodwar traps here that make exploration dangerous. However, as far as we understand, this facility was intended as a final shelter for the Vodwar. It would make sense that they would have had a way to contact the outside world. But if Ketan finds a communication device and uses it to contact Voyager, the Vodwar will hear his message too.
What's your analysis, Captain Kim?
Ketan is a danger to himself and to Voyager. If he succeeds in this gambit and contacts Voyager, he'll draw every Vodwar in the sector to their coordinates. I can't allow that. We have to stop him. He's putting Tuvok and his crew in danger.
Then we need to save them both.
Just let me get back to Voyager! It looks like this used to be a server room of sorts. But it's not like one I've seen before. All this is computer storage, and it's massive. 900-year-old Vodwar technology. It's a lot different from anything we have back home. And he's using this to completely block us out. Terrific. There doesn't seem to be a way around this.
Can you lower whatever these things are?
I'm sure Jedliah and I can figure out something, given enough time. But if I was on the other side of this, and I am, I'd be trying to stop anyone from moving these. There has to be some sort of reset command. But with our luck, it's on the far side of the maze. Jedliah and I will keep Ketten from blocking you in. But you'll need to get through this and reset the servers so they return to their start position.
Great. Keep working on it. I'll start trying to find a way through it.
Think I can make you a door? Wait here. You're good to go. I'll monitor the area from here.
I'm sorry this is how we had to meet again, Harry.
That makes two of us. You should have told me.
And if we had, what would you have done?
I don't know. But I had the right to know you had a copy of me in cold storage.
Are you saying he doesn't have the right to rebirth?
I don't know. This is all a lot to take in at once.
Well, I know it is. Imagine how Ketten feels.
I have a good idea. Confused, angry, isolated.
Well, these are like markers in a way.
Ketten died trying to save Voyager, and it happened so quickly, he doesn't even realize what happened.
He understood the risks, and he accepted them.
Did he really? Think about the man you were then.
Let them keep talking before I...
Joining Starfleet comes with certain duties. I understood that then, and I do now.
I seem to remember a kid who was as scared as I was. All we wanted was to get home.
Yeah, I was scared back then. I missed my family. But I did what I had to do to get back to them.
You got back home, Harry. You did what you had to do. Ketten didn't get that chance.
And I'm sorry for him. But is this better?
He has a new life. Ketten can be anything or go anywhere he wants now.
You might want to read
As a Kabbalah there. He's not who he was anymore.
And is that a worse option than being dead?
No, of course not. But I should have been able to choose.
Why? He's your duplicate, Harry, but he's not you.
I know what he would want.
Do ya? Because you can't even convince Ketten to drop this maze and talk to you.
When you put it that way, maybe we are different. He's being so stubborn.
He's you, but he's Ketan too. And he's allowed to be both.
Okay, it sounds like they're done. So.
Finally, I found someone! I got separated from everyone when all the craziness started, and I was trying to find my way to a comm panel to call for help when this maze just rose up around me.
Thought you could handle all my
no
tricks,
idea
old
what
man.
To do.
I'll do what I can to help you.
Thank you.
We're working on
And
it, kid.
I know this is a terrible way to meet a potential captain, but do you have any places available on board your ship? General Cunell is
Take all
planning
the time
an
you
officer
need.
exchange program, and I'm one of the first recruits. We want to learn from the Alliance, as well as thank you for all you've done for our world. I'd be honored if you,
You know,
allow
you
me to
could make
join your
this easy.
crew.
Drop
As soon
the
as I
maze.
find my way out of
Talk
here,
to
of
us.
Certainly will be honored to have Kabali on the Lord Charles.
Why?
I know.
So you can lie to me again?
Wasn't expecting a whole nother conversation to start up.
I'm not lying to you. I know it's a lot to take in, but...
Don't treat me like a child. If you're not lying, then you stole my life.
It was my life, too. I didn't steal anything.
That's great. So you get to do and be everything I wanted, and I get stuck in a pod?
My life hasn't exactly been everything I always wanted. Getting home wasn't easy.
But you did get home. I didn't.
I understand how you feel, but I cannot change what happened.
And if you could, you'd what? Trade places with me?
I can't do that. All I can do is try to help you now.
Stop lying to me. You don't want to help me.
You know that's not true.
Maybe. Maybe I do. Doesn't change anything.
It could. Drop the maze. Let us talk to you.
I'm not ready for that. Not yet.
I'm so sorry about what happened to you. But all this is just making it worse.
Maybe it is.
So let us help you.
The only thing I want is to get back to Voyager. I'll figure all this out once I'm home.
Okay, I think they're done now. But yeah, in that maze you can get a random, well, yeah, I guess it's not really random, but you can get a bridge officer if you find them in the maze, which is pretty easy. You just need to take a look at your mini-map, make sure you're getting closer to the little quest marker thing. But well, I guess it's an interaction bubble.
It's not working. But if I do this, maybe I can buy some time. We have him. Ketten, cornered. Without those platforms, though, we have no way to reach him. It's insane. He's manipulating these old defense systems like he's in a Captain Proton Hollow.
I need you and Jetlaya to figure out how to get these platforms operational again.
We have command codes that allow us to interface with the older Vodwar technology. We've never seen the need to replace systems that still work.
What was that?
It looks like Ketten has made some modifications. I'll need to override his changes. The best I can do right now is to expose the central power cores behind each platform.
Felt a huge thud through my desk. I'm guessing somebody slammed the door shut, so... Yeah, it's a start. Captain Kim, does that give you anything to work with?
Yes, it does. Ketten will be monitoring for any changes in the platform's functionality. But I can modify the central power cores to react to energy weapons. If you shoot the cores, you'll be able to power up the platforms and force them open. But you'll only have a short window before he resets them. If we want to do this, Jetlaya and I will stay here to keep trying to seize control of the network back from Ketten. And there's still that matter of the field protecting him.
I'm open to suggestions, Captain.
When the Kabali first found this room, the old Vodwar EPS systems were too degraded to handle all the power. They installed regulators throughout the area as a stopgap measure until they could replace the conduits. Basically, it meant that even if one conduit failed, the network would stay active. Those regulators are still in place, and we can use them to get to Ketten.
What's your plan?
Jetlaya has command codes we can use to overload the regulators. The chain overload will generate a wave of power that will build until it overloads the generators Ketten is using to maintain the field protecting him. Get these codes into 4 of the consoles and it will short out the field. Once he's distracted, Jetlaya and I can reset the platforms to their normal state.
Anything else I need to know?
One last thing. Jetlaya and I can run this program 3 different ways. The one that would buy you the most time before the platforms are reduced also takes the most of our attention. There's also a balanced option, or, if you don't like either of those, I can spend most of my time trying to counter Ketten's plans. What do you want us to do? Whatever we choose will determine how difficult it will be for you going forward.
I guess I always look up a video and see if there's any difference here. But better safe than sorry. Focus on focus your.
Are you certain you want us to focus our efforts on keeping? Give us a few more
Yeah, I'm
seconds.
certain. Wait, the platforms are still here.
The cores are exposed. It's your move now.
It must be a bit of a graphical glitch.
What are you doing? Are those command codes? Oh, interesting.
Okay, see these little platforms here?
He's trying to access data on the new flagship.
Those will turn off
I'll
the
keep an eye on
platforms immediately. So yeah, don't want to step on those. And it gets even worse.
That's it. Keep giving me the codes.
Oh, that platform's gone.
Whatever you're thinking of trying, don't. We're almost there.
You keep saying that, but I'm still here.
Oh, fuck. I stepped in that and then...
Stand down before this gets any worse.
Okay.
Worse? How can it get
How did I... Okay. That was a weird bit of bullshit there that I just did.
I don't want anyone to get hurt. You're too late. I'm getting back to Voyager, no matter what. This is bad. Ketan used Jedliah's command codes to access the Kabali flagship in orbit and transport himself to the bridge. Not only that, but he has Voyager's coordinates. If he goes there, the Vodwar will see it as an act of war. We'll lose Ketan, the Kabali flagship, and probably Voyager too.
You won't stand a chance against the Vodwar, not alone.
Exactly. We have to stop that ship.
Agreed. I'll return to the Lord Charles. You should get back to the Rhode Island.
I'm coming too. I helped find Ketan's body. I've watched over him during the rebirth process. It's my responsibility to help him now. Please, you must let me do this. I need to fix the mistakes I've made.
Very well. Go with Captain Kim. I'll be on the Lord Charles. Sir, the Kabali flagship just armed weapons and is powering engines. What are your orders? Transport me directly to the bridge. We're going after the Kabali ship. I'll explain the details later.
I told you to stay away! Why won't you listen? I'm going to find Voyager, and I won't let you stop me. I can arm this ship. Don't make me do it. I don't want to hurt you, but I will if you keep trying to stop me from getting back to Voyager.
Voyager is in enemy territory. If you go there, you will die.
You're not giving me a choice. Computer, arm all weapons and fire!
Oh, my torpedoes are coming back to me. Yep. Oh, that one went to the Rhode Island. Sorry.
What was that? Like a disruption beam. He scrambled all of our systems for a second or two and then went to warp. This is not good. He set a course for Voyager. His warp drive's damaged, though. He's only going warp 6, and I don't think he can push the engines any harder. Not without an engineering team. I know we can catch him. Then we just have to convince him to stop.
Setting a pursuit course. Hey, I have Transwarp 12, so... There's no way you can outrun me.
Give me one good reason why I can't contact Voyager. They're not on any secret mission in enemy territory. I found them. They're in something called Krenim space. I don't even know who the Krenim are. Voyager is trying to get home. Just like me.
Harry, it's been 32 years. Tuvok commands Voyager now. A lot has happened, and Voyager is on a secret mission. If you expose them, they could all die.
Quit trying to confuse me! I know what year it is! I know who my captain is!
Look at the ship's logs. I'm not lying to you.
Ketan's not responding to hails. But I think if I use the deflector dish to emit a pulse tachyon beam, I can disrupt his engines and force him out of warp. But he's going to be expecting something like that, which is why I'll distract him with a bit of a light show while you send the real thing from your ship.
Start your distraction. We'll reconfigure our deflector dish. So I'm not really moving at all.
He's
Pretty
out
cool
of
that
warp
would
and
go on
arming
warp.
weapons. Get ready. I'm sending you the transporter coordinates for the Samsar's bridge.
Prey, you are in Hirogen space, and that is an interesting ship. Ah, a new Kabali battleship. We have heard rumors about the corpse collectors and their new toys. But this is Hirogen space. Leave now, and leave the ship as a trophy. We will see how well it performs in a hunt.
The ship is disabled. The hunt will not please you.
Perhaps. But wounded prey can be amusing as well. Or maybe I'll strip it and display its bones as a warning to intruders.
You leave me no choice. Red alert!
The ship is disabled. Sensors are showing the repair teams are trapped in several rooms on board, but they are otherwise unharmed. Ketten's on the bridge alone. If I could talk to him, maybe I could convince him to come back home. There's no one who understands all he's going through like I do.
And what if he doesn't want to be... Oh, and what if he doesn't want to join the Kabali?
Ketten's already been reborn. He is Kobali. If he doesn't come with us, he'll be alone. Whatever memories he has of his old life will continue to fracture and fade. Who's going to take him then? Would you? Does he belong back on Earth? A world he won't even remember? We're his family. We'll accept him no matter what.
Perhaps it's for the best that he goes with you.
I'm going to. I have to see Ketten face to face. It's time to talk this out.
When to transport.
Maybe you should talk to him first. Try to calm him down. He's not in the mood to listen to Harry, or me.
I'll do what I can.
Why are you trying so hard to keep me from getting home? I need to... I don't even understand what's going on anymore. Why do I look like this? Like them?
They're called Kabali, and you're becoming Kabali too. Did you see the date on the ship's logs?
I saw the star date. What happened? How do I get back to Voyager? To my time? How do I get back to my life?
Harry, you died 32 years ago. The Kabali revived you, but you will be Kabali. There's no going back.
I died? I can't remember. Why can't I remember? You're taking my memories from me. I won't forget. I can't forget Voyager. I cannot forget my friends.
Even if you do lose your memories, your friends will never forget you. But Voyager is part of your old life.
Ketan, you have to stop this. If you contact Voyager, I'm done listening to you. I just want to go home. I want my life back. The life you stole from me.
I understand. I wanted to be Ensign Lindsay Ballard. I loved my life, my friends, you. And then I died, and that life was gone. I tried to get it back, but I would have been living a lie.
So I should just give up who I am?
No, I'm saying that life ended. But now you have a chance to live a new one. I'm gonna be with you every step of the way. Action item 478. Help my best friend own the day. Every day.
Even with everything I've done?
Forgiven. We don't hold grudges against family.
I can't tell you what to do, Ken. But the Kabali will be there for you. And I'll do whatever I can to help. Would you tell me what happened? Voyager, and how you got home. About Mom and Dad and Libby. I think I want to know. Of course I can.
Thank you for your help. Ketan's going to have a new life with us. A long and happy one where he can be whoever he wants to be. My people have been outsiders for so long. The other species don't understand us or what we have to do to survive. We want to reach out to them. Be a part of the Quadrant again.
And if Ketan decides he wants to explore the Quadrant again...
If Ketan decides he wants to leave Kabali Prime at some point, that's his choice. He can even rejoin Starfleet. But we will always be his family.
Fair enough. Captain Kim?
I'm happy for Ketan. He gets a second chance at life. A different one than what he had planned, but that's the way life is. When I graduated from the academy, I never thought I'd spend 7 years lost in the Delta Quadrant. Didn't think it would take me as long as it did to get my own command. Didn't think Lindsay and I would never... That's all in the past now. And it's made me the man I am today. Just like Ketan will be the man he's supposed to be.
I'm glad you see it that way, Harry.
I'm not letting the Kabali completely off the hook, though. Cunell told me there wouldn't be any more secrets, and then they kept this from me. If the Kabali want to be a part of the Delta Quadrant community, they need to be more forthcoming about who they're adding to their families. These men and women aren't getting a choice. Maybe rebirth is a gift, but it's a gift people should have the right to reject.
Agreed. Good luck, Captain. Finally completed the Delta Quadrant.
Ketan has been sent back to Kabali Prime to finish the process of rebirth. In the meantime, the Kabali have agreed to make their list of currently held bodies public knowledge. Anyone who wishes for their dead not to be turned into Kabali will have the body returned to them. Thank you for all your help with this. This was very personal for me to deal with, and I'm glad I had someone like you at my side to help me through it.
All right. Now, before I do anything, let's go back to the Sol system. Yeah, that's the refit from the one of the lock boxes. That's kind of glitching out over there. Okay, so I'm going to change my starship. I think it's going to be this one I'm going to use. Okay, loadouts. Alright. Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. What the fuck is that there? Wait, can that? No. Why? That was weird. Yeah, it was weird. Okay, so accuracy, beam weapon training, elusive. Nope. There's SWAT, which relocates enemies to be in front of me. Thrill Seeker. Now, look at my starship here. I guess that's fine. That's saved. Yeah, it's saved. Okay, all this I need to fix. Okay. I guess I could just put this one on there. Then for this, guess I'll put that there. What's my inventory look like at the moment? It's not too bad. Gonna look at my uniforms real quick.
I feel so ignored.
Wait, why are you still here? I thought the event should be over by now.
Shall we play a game? You minor races get so worked. Yes, yes, get on with it.
It works now! Look at that! So maybe I can get what I was wanting. Also, why am I rubber banding?
Hello. You can alter your uniform.
Okay, I kind of wanted to... have a bit of a look-see here. What color is it on now? So it's on that. Let's put it on 6. Maybe that way it's not so bright in cutscenes. Also, these are some of the outfits I decided to equip to myself. Anyways, let's do the same thing to the rest of my crew here. Nah. Byrnjolf tickles. Also have the Doctor and Jordy.
Now you're looking.
All right. Let's go up to my ship here. What? Okay. Not sure what was going on there, but oh well. Here's my new little ship. So it wants me to go to Starfleet Academy, Vulcan, and Starbase 39. So let's beam down to Starfleet Academy, shall we? You know, one thing I forgot to do was show you guys the Belfast Bridge. Oh well. Where am I supposed to be going here? What the fuck? Somebody like hacked their way through that door or something? Where's it telling us to go? I am so confused here. Are you really just pointing at that thing? That's a nothing. Also, I just walked through that door there. And that doesn't open. Oh, it moved. There they are. Begin, please.
Look at all these adorable junior Picards and Janeways, just waiting for me to liven up their lives.
Please be nice. I can't believe it's still snowing like crazy.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Okay, so where am I going here? On the ground or in space?
Ha! I transcend the passage of time. Every day is my birthday.
This area of space just makes my starship look a bit weird with this texture. Or material, I mean.
If you listen carefully, you can hear the Vulcans droning on about Surak from here.
Alright, Starbase 39 Sierra.
Ugh, your little toy ship is so slow.
Hey, I can only go at
Okay,
transwarp troll.
someone explain this to me.
You gonna continue? I'm guessing not.
Have you ever thought of simply altering the gravitational constant of the universe? It's very simple. The Romulans had an empress, but now they have a republic? Who gets rid of a perfectly good empress?
That's fast. Oh, because I'm not supposed to be doing this here. God damn it. Alright, where is it? Is this one? Oh, yes it is.
Admiral Tenay. Now there's a woman who can't take a joke. This one time sorry, I probably shouldn't tell you about that. Well done. And I see you've got some Omega remnants left over from your stabilization efforts. You can use your R&D system and those Omega remnants together. I think we can trust you not to blow up half the galaxy in the process.
Alright. I don't need that anymore, so let's put this on. So, heat-related lightning. Well, let's see how it goes. Yeah, worth it, I guess. I could probably annoy people with it, but... Anyways, now what we have available is Spectres.
We've received reports of strange events in the Eta Eridani sector, near the Donatu system. Time permitting, follow up and see what you can find.
I don't want to beam down. I don't want to patrol.
I have a job that requires your specific skills. I expect you to be efficient and discreet. Don't disappoint me. We have reports of a True Wave fleet entering the neutral zone and picking a fight with the Klingons near the Donatu system. Having two of our enemies fight is good for the Federation, but I want to know why the True Way is so far out of their territory. Intercept them and deal with them. If you need to engage the Klingons as well, do so. A Starfleet task force has already been sent to the area. You'll need to join them in the Donatu system as soon as possible.
Alright, now we have these two things.
Until next time.
Pretty sure that one thing is a device. And then I warp in right behind the Klingons. Captain, I'm picking up multiple hostile contacts, both Klingon and Chue. I can understand the Klingons being here. They've been trying to claim this system for months. But why the Chue normally don't... But why the Chue? They don't normally leave Cardassian space. They have no reason to be here. They're refusing to respond to our hail, sir. We may have to board one of their ships to get some answers. Oh, that's a Jemadar ship. The Cardassian flagship, the Axon, has been disabled, sir. Warp core is stable for now. Recommend we get a closer look. Captain, Cardassian security teams are already starting to move in on our position. We should expect heavy resistance. Oh my god, I've been stasis. That should take care of all the security measures between us and the bridge. I don't expect the Cardassians to give up that easily, though. They will probably send more security teams to intercept us. Captain, did you see that? Captain, what were those things? Sir, this Cardassian doesn't have any wounds on him, but my readings show that he was dead before we entered this room. So the graphics are starting to glitch out on me for some reason. I recommend that we find a medkit and perform an examination of the corpse. We need to know more about what happened to him. If he was attacked by those creatures, we need to be cautious. Any contact may be lethal. There it was again. Is there something wrong with the environmentals on this ship? Sir, this Cardassian looks to have died from the same cause as the Cardassian we examined in the mess hall. We need to find a medkit to know more about what happened to them. I need to study more about what might have happened. Wait, this is supposed to be a med bay? Looks like the brig to me. So patient admitted with a plasma burn caused by an exploding EPS conduit. The wound was treated using a protoplasm, and the patient was admitted to sickbay for sedation and observation. The patient suffered a neurological event resembling a cerebrovascular accident while sedated, and was unable to be resuscitated. Further examination into the patient's death is pending in autopsy. So, patient admitted with a fractured tibia. Suffered while in the holodeck. The bone was splinted and treated with a regenerator. Patient returned later complaining of pain in the treated leg and in the treated leg as well as elevated blood temperature. Patient was then treated with T-cell stimulator to stave off any possible infection. Patient's condition continued to worsen while they were being continually treated to boost their immune response. Patient died 6.2 hours after injury. Due to the extreme rate of deterioration in the patient, an infection is unlikely. Fear of a contagious agent being responsible has resulted in quarantine protocols being enacted. Cause of death has yet to be determined. Corpse will be placed in stasis field pending further examination. So, unexplained deaths. Patient admitted complaining of extreme nausea and fatigue. Preliminary exams inconclusive. Patient held for overnight observation, during which condition worsened. Patient died at 23:52 hours. Quarantine protocols put in place in CMO's orders by a level 8 force field and a level 8 force field is in use to prevent a spread of unknown possibly infectious agent. Force field may not be disabled without command level voice authorization. An autopsy on the patient was conducted using a laser scalpel to open the chest cavity. All organs were intact and showed no signs of trauma or infection, which would explain the patient's demise. Cause of death remains undetermined, pending further investigation. Patient admitted, complaining of pain and inability to concentrate on assigned duties. Patient was treated with hydrocortisone and told to rest. Psychological evaluation was scheduled. Patient returned several hours later, saying that neither the medication nor rest had helped. Patient was treated with a larger dose of hydrocortisone, and admitted to sickbay for observation. During this period, patient fell unconscious and was unable to be revived. An autopsy was conducted with a Neuralite probe to obtain a sample of brain tissue. That's what I need. Examination of the neural tissue did not show any signs of infection or trauma, and that would result in headaches or fatality. Cause of death remains undetermined, pending further investigation. Patient admitted with a severe laceration suffered while working in engineering. The wound was closed using an autosuture, and the patient was released with instructions to refrain from active duty and to return for another examination in 24 hours. Patient returned as instructed, complaining of headache, elevated blood temperature, and nausea. White cell count was elevated, and preliminary analysis showed signs of systematic infection resulting from contamination of wound site. Patient was held in sickbay for treatment and observation. However, the infection spread rapidly, and treatment with standard antibiotics was unsuccessful. A more rigorous treatment regime was formulated, but also proved unsuccessful. Patient's vital function ceased. Cause of death: circulatory system failure resulting from sepsis. Patient's body has been prepared for transport back to Cardassia Prime. Nothing there sounded too unusual. Okay, so I want the Neuralite probe. Neuralite probe is a device that makes use of stabilized biological enzymes to cleave tissue samples from the brain or nervous system. Use of natural enzymes significantly lowers the trauma experienced by the patient and minimizes the amount of time necessary to recover from the procedure. Captain, that tool should give us a better insight into the cause of death for the Cardassian in the mess hall. If we can use the Neuralite probe to obtain a sample of one of the Cardassian's brain tissue, we may be able to determine a cause of death. The Neuralite probe has determined that this individual died from a radical decrease in neural energy. It's almost as if he was drained by an outside source. All of the brain's activity came to a complete stop as its energy was depleted. Sir, there is a great deal of interference being picked up by my tricorder. Most likely the result of an energy residue from whatever we used to do this to the Cardassian. Perhaps we can track it down by following the energy trail. There's a science lab across the hall from the med bay. It should have access to the ship's internal sensors. So, this is the thing I need right here. Electroplasma. Electroplasma is used by several known species as a means of transferring power from a central power source to outlying areas of a ship or outpost. Plasma serves as an efficient medium for maintaining a high state of energy, even when moved over a great distance or allowed to sit unused for long periods of time. For this reason, energized electroplasma can be stored in plasma canisters for transport and still arrive in a usable state. The scan is picking up high levels of electroplasma throughout the ship, but that's not surprising considering that the Cardassians use poorly shielded EPS relays. Let's just do this. Ultraviolet waves are a result of a process called selective molecular polarization in which a substance is modified at a fundamental level to convert matter to energy. Triolic energy is not used by any known species because they are known to cause deterioration of living tissue. Picking up a large concentration of triolic waves centered around the ship's bridge, Captain. Triolic waves are harmful to humanoids, who will not be able to be in the area for long, and the Cardassians would be subject to the deleterious effects as well. They would not knowingly use triolic energy. I'd suggest we take a closer look. Whatever is causing the triolic waves probably is responsible for the deaths of the Cardassians in the mess hall. Captain, it's heading for the bridge. Oh god. Kinda stuck on the stairs here. There's no mistaking them now, Captain. Those were Davidians. What's curious, though, is that Davidians are out of phase with us. Normally, we can't see them without a subspace force field tuned with an extremely sensitive phase discriminator. We didn't have that, so how are they appearing in our reality? I recommend checking the Axon crew's log and tires. I think you mean entries, but maybe they were doing something that made it easier for the Davidians to exist here. Byrnjolf just went live with a Hot Wings challenge, apparently. So, Captain's log.
Our mission goes well. The Axon has disabled or destroyed 7 enemy ships. I look forward to reporting our successes.
His voice is really quiet.
The medical officer is concerned about casualties. It is his job to be concerned. Mine is to operate this ship at peak efficiency. I have read his report about unexplained deaths and dismissed it. There is always an explanation. He simply hasn't looked hard enough for it. I cannot let his failings disrupt our mission. Gul Madred is looking for men of purpose to assist him. He wants leaders with the will to use whatever means are necessary to free our people from Federation tyranny.
Oh shit, it just started snowing like crazy again outside.
I will be seen as one of those leaders.
Anyways, he was pretty quiet, so I'm gonna reread this. Our mission goes well. The Axon was disabled. The Axon has disabled or destroyed 7 enemy ships. I look forward to reporting our successes. The Chief Medical Officer is concerned about casualties. It is his job to be concerned. Mine is to operate the ship at peak efficiency. I have read his report about unexplained deaths and dismissed it. There is always an explanation. He simply hasn't looked hard enough for it. I cannot let his failings disrupt our mission. Gul Madred is looking for men of purpose to assist him. He wants leaders with the will to use whatever means are necessary to free our people from Federation tyranny. If all goes well, after this campaign, I will be seen as one of those leaders.
Repairs to the Axon as expected.
This one's
low
even quieter.
Material and warp quarters. Wish there was more time between battles to do more than patch critical systems. captain about launching an investigation, but he sees nothing but his dreams of glory and a return to conquest. Unusual spike in Triolic wave energy may be affecting warp core efficiency. We must speak to Triolic and see if his sensor readings have turned up anything unusual.
Reverse the accent, go as expected. Running low on deuterium and warp coils. Wish there was more time between battles to do more than patch critical systems, but time is the most precious commodity there is. 4 crewmen down. 1 died in battle with the Klingon forces, but 3 others died in accidents. I have spoken to the captain about launching an investigation, but he sees nothing but his dreams of glory and a return to conquest. Unusual spikes in Triolic wave energy may be affecting warp core efficiency. I speak to Triolic and see if his sensor readings have turned up anything unusual.
Letter from Maja arrived today. She and the children are home, but she worries about me. She wants me to leave the True Way and return to Cardassia Prime. 6 months ago, I would have ignored her. But I see no end to this fighting. Perhaps she is right.
Letter from Maja arrived today. She and the children are well, but she worries about me. She wants me to leave the True Way and return to Cardassia Prime. 6 months ago, I would have ignored her pleas. Now, though, I miss her. And I see no end to this fighting. Perhaps she's right.
Science Officer's Log, Stardate 86790.8. My duties on a combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Griffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been a focus of much scientific inquiry, and it last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal surprising amounts of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as detectable amounts of chronoton particles. The triolic waves will unfortunately prevent a closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life forms, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission for my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe.
Okay, so Science Officer's Log, Stardate 86790.08. My duties on a combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Griffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been a focus of much scientific inquiry, and it last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal surprising amounts of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as detectable amount of chronoton particles. The triolic waves will unfortunately prevent a closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life forms, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission over my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe.
The chronotons are of even greater interest. They appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which could mean that this comet has been, or will be, in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data. But the captain has never had much interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole. A potential weapon to use against the Bajoran's gods may be of enough interest to him to divert our course.
So the chronotons are of even greater interest. They appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which could mean that this comet has been, or will be, in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data. But the captain has never had much interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole. A potential weapon to use against the Bajoran's gods may be of enough interest to him to divert our course. Captain, we should return to the Laird's. Oh, I haven't renamed my ship yet. Hang on, can I do that on the mission? I can. Hang on. What should I call her? The USS... USS... Well, I went with like Lady Elizabeth and Lord Charles to kind of. How about the USS? King George? Sure. Actually, no. How about Lord George? There we go. Yeah, that seems better. Alright, ops. Captain, we should return to the Lord George. I'm sure Starfleet Command would want to know that there are Davidians in the neutral zone. These battlegrounds are now their feeding grounds.
Are you sure you found no sign of the Cardassians attempting to open a portal, or otherwise bring the Davidians into our phase variants? This is troublesome. There are pieces to the puzzle I don't have yet. Let me do some digging and I will be in touch.
Oh, whoops.
Until next time.
And I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to have some dinner. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.